Now I'm ready to discuss as to the last step, step 5, sales report. So our sales report is in this particular transaction processing module. Yeah, we can enter this module by left click this button, so the system will enter into the transaction and processing module. It look this way. In this transaction processing module, let's take a moment look at the setting. On this side is the list of the customer who have paid us money. And this particular list contains 4 views. You can switch to transaction number view, the name of the customer view, the total amount of the transaction, and the date of the transaction. The date of the transaction. So I come back to the date. Come back to the date. Now as for this one is the current focus transaction date and time, and current focus transaction number, and the current customer. As for this here, this information is a current focus transactions information. For example, the pay type, the subtotal, and the total, and so on, and who is the operator. For the second page is more to the control information, such as the receipt date, the number received, the size of the receipt that being printed, and our transaction cost for the current transaction. And the third page, the detail page, is the detail on this particular focus transaction. What are the items being paid by this particular customer, and the fourth page is a message for the current focus transaction. If there is any message that we want to write down as regarding to current focus transaction, so this 4 page is contain the information focus for current focus transaction only. Okay, now for the last page, the print. This print page contains all the summary information as regarding to the current list of transaction. For example, our current list of transaction, we have 9 transactions, 71 items, which come from where? Come from all this. Each individual transaction contain his own item, and then the total sale, total money collected, and total cost, and our profit margin, and so on. So the 4th page is a summary of transaction information for all our selected transaction list in here. The next thing is regarding to the detail of this all transaction. We know that our total transaction sale is this amount. Now if I want to know what are the items sold on all these transactions, we can retrieve this information by enter to this detail page and enter to the detail button. Left click this button in here, and the system will start process all 9 transactions. Just answer yes, so the system will process all the transactions, which show us this transaction detail view. On this transaction detail view, this module contains 2 view. One is view all, which is original view. View all mean that he will indicate the item sold as it happened. For example, registration fee on this time and date, cost fee pay on this time and date, pen sold on this time and date, and so on. So this is a view all. Next one is a view summary. If you click view summary, this transaction detail view will provide us a summary view of the item sold. For example, it provides us an item sold on book ABC. Total sold on the 9 transaction is 31 book and 28 pen, and so on. As on here is indication of our stock quantity for this current item. So this is a view summary, and if view all, you switch back to here, you can see that sold the item as it happened, and view summary, you can see that the summary of the item sold for the 9 transactions that we selected. The next step is to talk about selective transactions. So I exit from this module. Now from here, as we know that all our transactions will be listed in here. What if I want to select certain transaction only? Certain transaction only. For example, if I switch it to date, I just want to look at single date. For example, this date, transaction only. So how do I do that? To look at single date transaction, whether it's a single day or single month transaction, all we have to do is enter this set view button. This is a select form, which allow us to select transaction based on certain condition or combination of all these conditions. For example, I want to select one date only, so it's 11/05/2011, 11/05/2011. You can select one day or 1 month in here, or 1 week, is up to us. After we enter the date, and we just left click the select, left click, there's indication that you go to the print page, will be the summary of all these 5 transactions. If you want to know the detail of these 5 transactions, what do they show, you can just come to this detail page and enter into the transaction detail view module. So this is how we select certain transaction to look at the result, whether it's 1 day, 1 month, or any other condition that is available in this particular page. Any other condition that is available on this particular page. So I exit from here. Okay, up to here, all my demo is completed for this particular step number 5. Step number 5, if you want to know detail, you need to refer to the user manual. So our total demo from step 1 to step 5 have completed up to this point. So I exit from here, and thank you for your attention.